Why do you keep hearing about voting yes or no on the CEC? What is the CEC exactly? It's a community enhancement fee, also known as a buyer's fee or capital improvement fee. What this board is telling you, and what's the truth? 1. False. The fee is paid by the buyer only, so none of us should worry about it. The CEC Q&A states, any good seller's real estate agent will ensure that this is paid by the buyer. The truth. According to the minutes of CEC committee meeting on June 1st, 2021, quote, it was discussed that we not use the term buyer's fee in any language as it is misleading to the public and the purchase contracts are negotiable as to who pays the fee. Despite this, our board continues to call the CEC fee a buyer's fee. Also in 2020, the Arizona Association of Realtors redesigned the HOA Plan Community Addendum from a disclosure form attached to the purchase agreement to specifically require the, quote, buyers to identify on page 3 their offer to which buyer pays which fees. This is applicable to the capital improvement fees, including community enhancement fees. And this fee is negotiable, not a buyer's only fee. We as members are being asked to vote a new $2,000 fee that is likely a fee on ourselves. Number 2. False. The new $2,000 fee affects property owners equally. Each property or parcel sold, including commercial properties, will pay the CEC fee. The truth? Residential owners have one member per lot, hence one vote in any election. Commercial property owners have 1 to 59 member units per parcel with the same number of votes. This amendment levies a fee against, quote, each owner of a lot or parcel, which means a commercial member with 59 votes can give 59 yes consents, which will be paid on the backs of residential members. They themselves will pay only one $2,000 fee rather than one fee per membership. It seems this special benefit was carved out to make it easier to secure the consent of the commercial property owners. Number 3. False. This fee is comparable to fees at any other similar properties. In fact, it's, quote, one of the lowest contributions of our study group. The truth? This new $2,000 fee is not on the low end for planned communities. More importantly, the amendment language states the CEC fee may be increased up to 10% in any 12-month period. So, if the board approves the maximum annual increase, in 5 years the CEC would be $3,221 and $5,187 in 10 years. This is why our community documents limit HOA dues increases to the CPI increase, or 5%, to keep VVL boards from creating these kinds of rapid accelerating fees. Number 4. False. The $200,000 per year earned from the CEC will supplement our reserves account and therefore reduce our risk of a special assessment. The truth? This fee was originally called a capital improvement fee, but amendment language states that the CEC fee, quote, may be used for any valid association purpose, unquote. What's a valid association purpose? How about $20,000 on new play equipment in a finished playground, or spending $30,000 on a gate at the harbor pool, or building a new floating dock at a cost of $70,000 with no vetting by the board? The current process for spending money involves bringing an item up in a meeting and voting on it, with no budgeting process in place. Allowing this flexibility in using the CEC fee as the board sees fit, while raising the community's hopes of increased reserves, seems a clear bait and switch. Number 5. False. The CEC vote has nothing to do with this board's banquet income decisions. The truth? The banquet staff quit after the cancellation of banquet rentals on Saturday evenings. None were hired to replace them, allowing income to plunge from $420,180 in 2019 to $220,486 in 2020 and $157,138 in 2021. Earnings in the fourth quarter of 2021 were just $7,179, hence putting VVL in a difficult financial position. There's no way to immediately close off a $450,000 revenue stream that was favored over the years by members without creating a crisis in reserves and operating funds. Why should VVL members be asked to pay for the board's decisions when the damage is self-inflicted? Number 6. False. The CEC fee is required because 2010 to 2017 boards didn't raise dues, and $2 million was lost. The truth. From 2010 to 2017, several boards, including a member of today's board, cut unnecessary funds, increased room rental revenues, and put in place financial controls to bring $5.5 million into our reserves. Those funds were spent on critical projects, from resurfacing swimming pools to hiring tree and lake experts. Is the CEC committee's lost $2 million more significant than $5.5 million raised? The new $2,000 fee is needed not because dues weren't raised, because we are a 35-year-old planned community that's in the repair and replace phase of its lifespan, and because the current board has steeply cut our main revenue source. Number 7, false. The consent ballot is adequate instead of a simple up or down vote. The truth. The consent vote is easily misrepresented because it does not allow for a no vote. You need to register on the e-voting portal, and if you decide not to vote and leave the site, you will keep getting unlimited reminders. Even though our bylaws say to secure secret voting, this consent vote is not secret. The CEC committee can see who is consented and who is not, and keep pressuring those who don't vote yes. There should be a deadline for any vote, but this one does not seem to have one. Also, if a homeowner gives their consent and moves, will their vote count as a yes? No, it cannot. The vote must be a count of actual members at a given time, and those who move must be removed from the voting database. This question has not been answered clearly by the committee. If members change their minds, can they withdraw their consent later, as long as the consent process is open? If you want to stop receiving emails, click the unsubscribe button at the bottom of your ballot email. To have your name removed from future solicitations, send an email to vvlcommunityenhancement@gmail.com.